Are we on the verge of World War III? I want you to pay attention closely. As we look this way, we know there's always another narrative going on this way. Something that's very important to understand that after world wars, you usually have a new system. In 1929, we had the Great Depression. Hear ye, hear ye. The banks came collapsing down. We went into a full Great Depression from 1929, and then they bombed Pearl Harbor, and we created a common enemy. Americans came together, and after World War II, we had Bretton Woods, and America became the dominant currency. And in 1971, they detached us from the gold standard, and our grandparents and our parents lived in an economy that was easy. Money was printed like water with no backed currency at a very, very low interest rates almost the whole time. And now we caught the ball. The ball that we caught is now more debt than we have income in America. We don't collect enough in taxes to pay the interest on our debt. The old archaic banking system is crumbling. Banks are now over leveraged, and governmental spending is out of control. And we are now in the crisis stage in America. And we're on the verge of World War III. And Biden just put more sanctions on other countries dealing with Russia. So I'm going to break down a couple videos here, and we're going to talk about the impact on you on the back end. And this is giving you more validity on why these big asset managers and now states and countries are running to Bitcoin. Let's dive right in. So the first thing that I want to show you is a video here where this guy mentions, this is really important to listen to what he said. So this was 10 days ago. And then all of a sudden, yesterday, Biden imposed more sanctions on countries. This just listen to what he says, and then I'll show you what happened.
Walk alongside his buddy Vladimir Putin at this BRICS summit. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Gordon, it seems to me that Joe Biden's done an excellent job of bringing our enemies together into this BRICS group. It worries me very much that you have India part of it, the UAE part of it. I guess my question to you is, A, are you concerned about the growing kind of inclusivity of the BRICS group? And also, what
I want you to pay attention to is India. Listen.
What moves have they made? Is it a serious threat that you're trying to get these countries and other to use currencies other than the dollar? Where do you think that stands at this point?
Yeah, the BRICS wants a common currency. China has been pushing that. They're going to maybe make it gold back. But as everybody says, there's only one country that can dethrone the dollar, and that's us with the wild spending that the Biden administration has been authorizing. So clearly there's something needs to be done there. You know, the problem with the BRICS is that when you don't have common financial management, you can't really have a common currency. And we're seeing this with the euro as well. When you have in the Eurozone countries that look alike and they're still having problems with their currency, the BRICS are very disparate. I don't think that they're a real challenge to the U.S. And by the way, India in the BRICS is actually preventing the BRICS from becoming a non-Western institution. India is not part of the West, but India doesn't want to be anti-Western. So as long as India is in the BRICS, we're going to be okay.
As long as India is in the BRICS, we're going to be okay. And then boom, yesterday, Biden in 2022, when Russia invaded Ukraine, put a bunch of, or went after Russia, sanctions, tried to take them off the Swiss system. It was 2023 or 2024. God, time is going by so fast. Either 2023 or 2024, he threw like over 400 sanctions on Russia. And then yesterday, U.S. imposes sanctions on suppliers of Russia war machine. Entities target at India, Turkey, Switzerland, and among others. Now he's targeting the other countries and putting sanctions on the guys. As our spending is out of control, we have more debt than we have income. We have a black eye in America. Literally, we are looking like fools financially to other countries. And now Biden's imposing sanctions targeted to India. He said, if we lose India, who supports the West or doesn't want to go to war with the West, who wants to be part of BRICS, but once we lose India, World War III is here. Let's continue on.
U.S. is now hitting nearly 400 people and companies with sanctions for helping Russia continue its war in Ukraine. It's been almost 3 years after Russia's invasion began. So this list includes companies in China, along with groups in countries that usually work with the United States, like India, Turkey, and Switzerland. According to the State Department, these sanctions are meant to send a strong message. The United States is serious about stopping any attempts to support Russia in their war efforts.
Okay, so the whole thing is the war with Russia. But remember, what happens when economies or empires are about to fall or they don't have money? They implement the war machine. Okay, so just in, European Union warns its citizens to stockpile food and supplies in case of war with Russia. As a part of this strategy, the EU should advise their households to be prepared to be self-sufficient with a minimum of 72 hours in an event of an emergency. Okay, so they are preparing for war with Russia. This is what I wanted to show you guys from Good Morning Crypto. So Abs posts this just in. Florida's chief financial officer says the state holds over 800 million in crypto-related investments. So why would these states, why would BlackRock, why would Microsoft in their board meeting be having meetings around starting to invest in Bitcoin? Why would MicroStrategies, a software company, go all in on Bitcoin? And why would Cynthia Loomis build a bill to pull Bitcoin underneath the treasury? And why would countries like El Salvador completely and radically transform their country and become almost sovereign through Bitcoin? Think about what I said, guys. After 1942, the whole system changed. We are now 100 years after the Federal Reserve, or 100 years since the Federal Reserve, which is designed to balance out the job markets and money supply. We are going into a new economy. So here's how I prepared since 2020 to current day 2024. It's all about diversification for me. Everything I'm sharing with you is exactly what I do. We're in still extreme speculative phase in the cryptocurrency industry. So you got to be very careful to be non-emotional. We're just days away, probably mid-November, to Bitcoin just going parabolic, going straight up. Then that's going to flood into alternative coins, okay? So I have a diverse portfolio to protect for these types of things. The US dollar is not going to collapse. It's still the dominant currency. There's only 3% of its buying power left. So that's a key factor right there. If all income is debt, then why would you store your money in the US dollar? Why would you store your money in something that is going to continue to devalue? Put it into things that protect, things that are deflationary. So I use cryptocurrency. So let's start with Bitcoin. I use Bitcoin as a deflationary asset. I'm doing what the asset managers are doing. I don't see why people are like, Bitcoin's going to go to zero. I don't see why Larry Fink, the largest asset manager in the world, go all in on Bitcoin. I don't see why the New York Stock Exchange would now be looking to put Grayscale's Bitcoin, or a basket with XRP, Solana, Bitcoin. Like, we really have to use logic. When people post stuff like that, it's just ignore it. Like, you really think the largest asset managers in the world don't know what's going on? They don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is. They're just going to go all in on a Bitcoin that they don't know who created it. Come on, guys. We have to wake up to that factor. So Bitcoin, I'm holding like gold forever. I'm not touching my Bitcoin. Okay, so that's my store of value. That's my inflation hedge, because this inflation is going to be sticky. So if inflation is going to be sticky and it's going to continue to go up if we go into wartime economics, guys, your buying power is going to erode. So you have to protect your buying power. So you can protect your buying power by being deflationary with deflationary assets. It could be Bitcoin, it could be gold, things like that, silver. Okay. Then as I profit with alternative coins, all my other cryptocurrencies, I'm pulling 50%. I'm pulling it from high risk, high returns from 2024 to the bear market in 2026. We got about a 12-month, probably about a 16th month run, right? So I'm going to pull profits on the way up as everybody's trying to get rich quick. I pull it down. I use cash value life insurance. I use index universal life. Some people use whole life. Rule number 1 is don't lose money. Rule number 2, don't lose money. Warren Buffett. Follow rule number 1. I insure my profits. Okay. Insurance companies have made it through world wars, depressions, okay, recessions. They continue to make it through over and over. They've been around for hundreds of years. The first annuity was in the Roman days. So I'm taking some high risk, high return. I'm pulling it down and putting it into tier 1 capital, which is at the bottom of the risk pyramid. If insurance collapses, you're not going to be worried about money. You're going to be worried about the zombie apocalypse. It's literally at the bottom of a risk pyramid. If you pulled that out, the whole system collapses, right? So I take a little bit. So I index about 30% of my income. Okay. Then from there, I have businesses that create cash flow. I'm not opening up any more companies. I'm going all in on the companies I have in information technology, attention, education. I'm using silver. So I have silver, a little bit of silver for barterability, not a ton, but I'm going to continue to accumulate more. And then we're going into real estate for tax liabilities, depreciation, long-term strategy. I'm not worried about the money off the doors. You can make a lot more money as being an entrepreneur. And so that's my exact strategy. And so that helps me be hedge against inflation in deflationary assets. It helps me protect my money. Okay. It helps me compound my money. It helps me have access to the cash value as well if I need to buy more assets. I have businesses creating cash flow. I got some precious metals for barterability. So and then we're going into real estate, which everybody needs a place to live. Precious metals will be here. Everybody needs a place to live. Insurances companies have been here for hundreds of years. And we got the cryptocurrency that is going to be here in the new system. So pretty diversified and pretty protected. And I'm very comfortable with what I have set up. And it's really changed my life from 2020 to 2024. And now I believe we're heading into the generational wealth building cycle from 2024 and beyond. So that's what I got for you guys. The key is to be prepared mentally, physically, and spiritually. Christ is king, always. Foundation of God. So I love you guys. If you need any support at all, I want to give you a huge warning. I'm going to start putting this on every single YouTube video. I put it on every single TikTok. I will never proactively DM you. I will never ask about your crypto portfolio. That is not me on WhatsApp or Telegram. I will never, ever ask you to send me money. We do not trade people's crypto. We do not have a trading platform. So that is not us. Those are scammers. There's thousands of them out there using my likeness and image. We try to delete them, 10 more pop up. So never, ever, ever send anybody money pretending to be me. I have resources for you so you can be very clear on who you're working with. If you go down the description of this video, you'll see a needs assessment. What is that? I get hundreds of messages on how I use cash value life insurance. What's more important is what it works for you. What works for me may not work for you. It's age dependent, your strategy dependent, where you're at. So we have a free needs assessment. You fill that out. Fill it out as detailed as possible. My team will text you, call you, email you. They will talk to you about your retirement strategies. They will break down. They'll break down what works for you. Okay. That's a free consultation. Just want to make sure you understand that. Okay. You'll never send them money. And then if you need help right now, put your blinders on and you want to go through my revolutionary 120-day challenge and get your shit together. I think we're going to hit, we didn't hit it then. So we'll hit it in 10 days. We'll be over 9,000 people worldwide since 2020. Put their blinders on. We have live calls. We have market calls. We have Q&A calls. We have my 120-day challenge that will help you go step by step. Imagine putting blinders on for 4 months and when you wake up where you will be. I love you guys. I appreciate you. As we always say, warriors, rise, get your shit together. So if you click my social media platform, click the link or go to the description of this video, you'll find everything I just talked about. Love you.